All right, welcome back to our fourth and final round of Modern Mondays here at Guardian Games. One last time, we're Portland Paper. I'm Urchin Kali, and I'm here with
Ian Lunger.
Here is for you, Table 2. Guess who's made it to the Big 3-0? It's Travis again on Jeskai Control, bringing it back. Gonna face off against EmraBreach. Andre here, actually typically a Jund player. And Travis, as we were walking over, said, oh yeah, it's the Jund player. Not playing Jund tonight. He's brought EmraBreach, which is, I think, a super interesting choice, and I think really well positioned right now.
Yeah, so. Travis busted into the booth after his third round. Big smile on his face. We knew at that point that he made it to the Big 3-0.
See if he can get all the way there. Leads with a Colonnade, opponent on a Scalding Tarn. Travis knows something ups now. He's got his own Scalding Tarn, holding a Mystic Sanctuary, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Force of Negation, and a few other cards we will try to pick out.
Taking the cue from Andre, sees the fetch for Basic Island, and immediately is like, okay, all right, Blood Moon's on the radar. All of his spider senses are tingling. His body's electric and alive with thoughts.
His body's alive with thoughts?
Yeah.
All the thoughts in his body?
Yeah. They filter down.
Is that
like that's how you trust your gut. Your gut is having thoughts, and then your body's alive with them. Don't science me.
Worth noting that fetch for basic. The rest of Travis's hand is a Hallowed Fountain, a Field of Ruin, a Cryptic Command. So he really went for that play around Blood Moon because his only source of red is 1, Field of Ruin, and 2, whatever turns into a mountain off Blood Moon. Picked up a Lightning Helix. Gonna go ahead and fire off that field and step.
Oh yeah, definitely have to wait to see if this resolves before we search.
Goes ahead.
Also worth noting, Izzet Breach, we are not talking about Underworld Breach.
No.
We are talking about Through the Breach.
Yeah, we're talking Through the Breach, Emrakul. So we have the Through the Breach in hand. We do not have the Emrakul. We have a couple Force of Negations, a Vendilion Clique, an Archmage's Charm, counter spells for days, but we have missed a land drop. We do not actually have a daze.
So what Andre is trying to do in this match, for anybody unfamiliar with this Izzet Breach deck, is Andre is trying to cast a Through the Breach and put into play an Emrakul of the Eon's Torn, and then attack Travis and make Travis sacrifice 5 permanents and deal Travis 15 damage.
Also, can we just note what just happened? Andre missed a couple land drops. And Travis went ahead and Cryptic bounce your land draw card. Just making that tempo play. Set you back. 1 land. Gonna try to get in there. Jace eats Force. Sorry.
Ooh, and Travis did not exile his Jace, which
for
somebody that gets on my case constantly, he's gonna be mad I said constantly because it's not true. He doesn't like it when I say things that aren't true on stream.
You're so cowed.
Yeah.
You're so afraid of Travis.
I know. He gets scary.
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't. Travis is a really nice guy. But I don't like to, I don't,
You were explaining Through the Breach when I interrupted you to note the sweet Cryptic Command play.
That card. And then we'll find Emrakul, which is the other card. And that's it. It's your standard A plus B combo deck.
A plus B equals your whole board is gone, and I'm swinging for 15. So Travis is so far ahead this game, it is unlikely that we're going to see a recovery from Andre. Those missed land drops are just too much.
Uh-oh. Did the Cryptic... Oh, no, it was Jace that would have gotten exiled.
Yeah, Jace would have gotten exiled.
You know, it probably
where is the Cryptic?
It probably is worth having the Jace get exiled just in case Travis is playing something like Logic Knot.
No, the point is actually fair. Why is the Cryptic in his hand?
What do you mean?
Where'd the other Cryptic go? Unless it's buried under a card in the graveyard.
I think did he not Mystics?
I didn't see a Mystic Sanctuary. It didn't get remanded. I'm curious. I need to look at his graveyard. This is Travis here. I have no actual suspicions, but...
Well, let's interrupt, at least to have the Jace get exiled.
Hey, Travis.
So Travis, Travis may have had a whoopsie, which is a thing that can happen, and honestly, it's kind of amusing because this is actually a thing that I did also on stream, and still feel very ashamed about, where I played in a braid and also had a second braid in hand, and then the braid never hit my graveyard. And it's of course very embarrassing. So Travis has called a judge on himself, which is the right choice, and is trying to resolve this in the way that makes sense. So the judge is still working on resolving the situation. I'll go ahead and boost the I'll boost the Nats mic so we can hear.
Yeah. And you've had 2 for a while.
Yes.
So you would still have had a cryptic command available to have done cryptic commands.
It's true.
So I think the fix simply is to just keep that one in the graveyard at
Okay.
this point.
Okay. Do you remember what
Did you have the second cryptic when it got remanded?
I
That's
did?
the only thing I
yes,
think that's really
100%.
important. Okay.
Do you know what turn phase we're in right now?
Well, that was on end of my turn.
Yes.
And I remanded it, and then it went to
You
your turn.
untap.
Have I
Chat,
drawn a
does
card?
anybody remember what phase of the turn we're in?
You didn't draw off the cryptic, so if you drew a card.
Well, the cryptic god.
Right, the cryptic got remanded, so you wouldn't have drawn off the cryptic, so if you just drew a card, then it would.
This is a team effort at this point.
Do you know what phase of the turn we were in?
I don't know. I don't. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think that's right. Cause I think Travis had just played the Mystic Sanctuary, and that's when we were talking about the graveyard. Was right when he had played the Mystic Sanctuary. So we have resolved the situation to the best of our abilities, and now we get to see the remainder of these matches. Definitely an awkward spot. Now Travis and I share the experience of both having cheated on stream.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
I know. Yeah, you haven't cheated on stream yet, Urchin.
I better get on that,
Yeah.
I guess. Sorry for my clean play.
Yeah, sorry for you playing more than both of us and not cheating on stream. Actually, Travis has played quite a bit, but you still probably have played more than both of us.
What, on stream?
Yeah.
No.
No? You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think it's Travis. We'll see. I don't know. You can put me on next week, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think Urchin's a cheater.
Yeah.
But she is better at Magic than us.
I don't know about that.
Yes, Quentin. Apologies for the biased commentary. Yeah. Apologies. So Andre's gonna fetch for Steam Vents here.
Got a
So
red source
Breach is
again.
available. And what are we in? We're in Andre's main phase, correct?
Oh, here we go. think we're going to see a hard force here since we have the mana available for it, and there's not really going to be a follow-up from Andre. Andre can't force pitch on his own turn.
So Travis verbalizes fetching for Mystic Sanctuary, putting Opt on top, and Force of Negation. That'll remove the Through the Breach from the game.
So if you're Andre, I mean, Travis has 3 lands up. Your chances probably aren't getting better, but definitely hurts to do that on your own turn, so you can't force back.
I believe that's a Narset that Travis picked up. No.
It's a Teferi.
Big Teferi.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I like playing the Through the Breach on Travis's end step. I think that's one of the
Right. You want to be able to do that
so
you can force back. But on the other hand, do you think Travis taps down here? In that case, because you're looking at a point where Travis had 3 lands up and probably is not going to have fewer than 4 for the rest of the game, and so you're looking at shooting a window where he doesn't have access at least to Cryptic, even if he has access to other counter magic. So it is a balance there.
I suppose that's true, but at the time Travis didn't have any like threats on board, so maybe you force Travis to move first. You know, like.
I mean, does he have to?
No, you don't have to. I just think you move first on end step if you get to end step, but we move during Andre's main phase.
But I mean, what incentivizes Travis to move first?
Well, I think that Travis has to play. I guess I don't know if V-Click's in the main, but Travis has to eventually like play a threat on.
Well, but here's the thinking: Travis has so many more lands than Andre that he can eventually move first once he has enough lands to just continue protecting himself. And so if you know, there's no incentive for Travis to tap out because he'll eventually overwhelm Andre so much on mana. And so shooting the window where he didn't at least have access to Cryptic,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I can definitely see that as.
I think there are arguments both ways for sure.
Yeah.
Mystic Sanctuary, top Force of Negation from Andre. This Teferi is very threatening. It's a big problem. He's got 2 more breaches in hand. Attempt a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt takes out Snapcaster Mage. Pass it back.
Travis's little baby dice.
Oh god, I hate those dice. Another Teferi. This one's small.
Also, we can't cast that with the lands that Travis tapped.
Travis!
He's looking like me out there this match. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little rude. I shouldn't have scolded him like that.
He's usually, well, the reason why is he's usually extremely crisp, and so it's uncharacteristic to see Travis making little
Honestly,
kind of sequencing or play things like this. But again, as somebody who has done all of these things on stream, it's, you know, it's a thing that happens.
I think he's really rattled by the first judge call. I think that rattled him a lot, and I feel kind of bad.
It's I mean, this is the thing. It's a tough thing about Magic is it's very easy to have a thing happen, and then you get a little bit you get a little bit rattled, and then it cascades.
Yeah, it certainly happens to me in a big way. And here's Cryptic for your Cryptic. Bounce Sanctuary.
So it must be Travis's turn then?
Yes,
because
he's
this is all in
casting the
response
Teferi.
to the Teferi.
Yes.
Okay.
Force exiles Cryptic. Cryptic counters small Teferi. Big Teferi bounces. All right, that's pretty good. That's a good play from Andre. Good sequence. Cleans up the Planeswalkers. Lets him maybe have another shot at countering that big Teferi. Takes care of the little one.
And might be able to. Can he? If he casts Breach, does it go off here?
Is Travis out of answers?
I think there's
Is that
a Snapcaster
Well,
in
he
hand.
can. He doesn't have a force, or does he have a force?
Oh, I can't remember if
Snapcaster?
there's a force in yard.
Oh God,
There
is.
is. That's big.
I think you're right to jam there, though.
Yes. Oh
You're
yeah.
100% to jam there.
Yep. I really like that choice. By
Or do you
Andre.
actually you jam an upkeep here? You give him more mana, but he doesn't have a cryptic in the yard. So what does it matter?
That's a good point.
But I guess he has the mana to snap force either way, so it doesn't super duper matter.
Yeah. I think I liked it because Travis wasn't there a cryptic on top? Didn't Travis put a cryptic on top with the Mystics? Oh no,
His
he
cryptic
hadn't.
got exiled by the
Right,
force.
so he wasn't able to bounce the Sanctuary in the first place.
Jace the Mind Sculptor hits the battlefield. There will be no breaching end of turn due to tapped lands. And Andre does have one more breach. Travis having a brainstorm think.
So Travis with 2 walkers. Ooh.
Uh-oh. There it is. There it is.
The thing is,
Travis had a guess.
Travis is at 16, so it doesn't really matter, right?
No, he has enough lands to sack the Annihilator trigger. I think he's okay. It's a good thing. Travis decided not to crack that fetch land, but he's got a Helix to pad his life total.
And this is the interesting thing about the Through the Breach deck is sometimes Through the Breach Emrakul isn't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And this feels like one of those games where Travis's walkers may just get him out of this. In fact, I would go as far as to say I'm
I think they
fairly
do.
certain that they will get him out of this.
Andre has the bolt, but Travis is going to be at 4. Travis made the heads-up play of Lightning Helixing before the Emrakul
Right.
damage and not after.
And I don't know if Andre has a land in hand,
know
but
if he has
does
the red
not have
source.
access to
Yeah.
red this turn.
He's had one red source for quite a while. Travis deciding which
you
of his
think
6
it's-
lands.
Do you think it's worth sacking the Snapcaster instead of one of those lands?
I think you
No.
just want to close the game from here before Andre, because
Sure.
you're 100% out of answers. You can also Jace your Snapcaster back as a way of recurring another spell.
Sure. You have exiled 2 of the 4 Through the Breaches.
Right.
Which is a thing.
It is the thing. But you can actually use that Snapcaster again. You also do want to close.
And you don't like maybe going the Jace plus plan to close here?
Is that faster? It's a reasonable plan, actually. Just controlling
Travis
the library.
fetched down to 3 here.
No fear.
Yeah.
That's actually very, very bold. And
Yeah.
could cost him this game if he does. Oh, he has a force, so
He
can
did, but
counter
he
a
just
bolt.
picked up the force.
No, he didn't. I don't think so.
No,
He drew the opt, the bolt, and the whatever that is.
no, sorry. Like on the Teferi draw, not the Jace
Oh,
draw.
oh. Sure.
Chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Well, he wanted the... yeah, and he didn't fetch with the brainstorm, so it's...
so if you're Andre, when are you thinking of firing off this bolt? Do you need to just do it immediately, like on upkeep, or do you see if you can get Travis to kind of like make a mistake here, or bait Travis with another
I mean, you're
spell.
looking to do it in response to a life gain spell. But there's no reason for Travis to fire one off.
But there's not really any reason for Travis to fire off a life gain spell, right?
Exactly.
Either.
You're not going to get a chance to respond to it. He's not going to do it.
I just feel like you needed to... I feel like you had to maybe just try and hit your... Because it doesn't seem to get... With Travis with 2 walkers on the board, one of which is Jace, I don't really know if things get better. Like, they don't look good anyway. But they also probably just don't get better. But Andre has navigated this match very well. So,
he has. Yeah, but that may be one of those windows where you're playing against a control deck and you go, well, I've waited as much as I can for you to tap down. It's not happening. You're never going to do it again. All you're getting is more cards. And then you jam. Going to see another Omen of the Sea.
Okay, I like this. A little bit of bait.
Ordain.
A little bit of bait.
We're digging.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen it, like... Are we still at end of turn here?
Uh-huh.
I almost feel like maybe at this point you fired off EOT and just hope to, like, draw another bolt or something.
Here's the bolt.
And if you're Travis, do you cast the force or do you exile a card? Oh, no, you can't exile a card because it's your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're Andre, you're looking for, like, another red source, another bolt, like, be able to double spell and try to jam in response.
Yep. Yeah, with the single red source available,
it's hard.
You definitely do have to do something here at Travis's end step. Ooh, Travis is just going to end the game here.
He's going to go for it.
Oh.
He doesn't have the second red.
Can we?
No.
Okay.
Not quite.
Fires off the Helix. Okay. I like this line. Travis left up the ability. I'm not... I want to say Travis does have another Steam Vents available, so could have...
He can't shock it in.
Ah, yes. Good point.
So... Describe with Omen of the Sea cost 4? No, it costs 3. And Travis spent 4 on Snap Helix.
Yep.
Andre gonna do a little instant speed. Divination. I believe this is gonna divinate.
I don't even know if Travis...
Digging.
Let's check Travis's list. I'm trying to remember if Travis has the planes. Like, what can Travis fetch with that, with that flooded strand?
What he can fetch is shuffling away some brainstormed cards.
But is there actually a land? Oh yeah, Travis can fetch a tapped Steam Vents.
All right, Andre has seen the writing on the wall. He has had 2 Emrakul's in hand and no breach. This is, I'm going to be perfectly honest, why I don't like the breach package. In Blue Moon, in this deck, it's super strong when it goes off, but you hate having a brick. You know, Emrakul's a brick, breach is a brick, unless you have both. And, like, the upside is high, but we saw it happen there, and it didn't win the game. And so for me personally, I like Blue Moon, and I think it's well positioned. Oh, sorry, this isn't necessarily Blue Moon. They don't always run the Blood Moons in the main. But I like this style of deck, and I think it's well positioned, but I'm personally not a big fan of the Breach package. I'd rather eat my Fatal Pushes and just play Thing in the Ice. But that's me. So let's take a look at some sideboards. We've talked a little bit about Travis's sideboard earlier, but for Andre, we are looking at 3 Madcap Experiment, 2 Platinum Imperium. We've got that package. 2 Anger the Gods, 2 Abrade, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Flusterstorm, 2 Ashiok Dream Render. What do you like?
I don't really love... I think Blood Moon's probably worth playing here.
Probably, yeah. Well, Travis has basics.
You're not gonna like cut Travis off completely, but you could cut Travis off Cryptic Mana.
Oh, you cut him off Sanctuary.
You cut him off Sanctuary, and you can make his you can kind of make his fetches a little bit awkward. So you're also cutting off his colonnades and his Field of Ruins. I think it's
You think it's
I
worth
don't
it?
think it's like a slam dunk here, but I think it's probably worth bringing in. And that honestly is about the only thing that I'm a big fan of.
You're not bringing Ashiok that also hits Sanctuary and Snapcaster?
So I think
Oh,
Ashiok
and
is
fetches.
fine, but Ashiok is an entire card dedicated to that. And it's the sort of thing where I don't like seeing Graveyard Hate brought in to like beat Snapcaster Mage or Mystic Sanctuary, because those are still cards on their own, even if you're going to deny some of their value. And Ashiok has trouble denying Snapcaster all of its value in any case. Travis may just be on the Snapcaster Bolt, Snapcaster Bolt plan, which is fairly easy to play around an Ashiok with. And it's also, he's playing Jeskai, so it's easier for him to get an Ashiok off the table than, for example, just straight blue-white.
I think it depends a little bit on how much Travis is boarding out, because like his bolts are pretty dead in this matchup. His paths are pretty dead in this matchup.
If you feel like if you're on Andre's side and you think that Travis is going to board out paths, then I would bring in the Empyrean combo.
That's actually a really good point.
That
would be super heads up.
Although, you know what? It's still so bad against Baby Teferi and Jace and Big Teferi.
Oh, God, you're right. Yeah, K-Pons. Yeah, well, I mean, Travis fought his way here, so Travis is on
he did.
He
got here.
Yep.
Yeah, Empyrean combo is one of those things that I want to bring in so many decks, and I always consider it for my sideboard, and then when I actually look at like the decks that I'm going to be playing against, so many more of them have splash answers than I'm expecting, that I haven't liked it the vast majority of the times I've played it.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. Notably, Andre missed quite a few land drops in that first game and navigated it quite well.
Yeah, missed a ton of land drops, had only one red source for I think the entire game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did. He only had one red source, which, when he wanted to line up double bolt, was very meaningful.
Yep.
Or bolt breach. All right, Travis.
We are looking at 15 minutes left on the clock. This is our last match of the night, so players may have to pick up the pace a little bit to finish games 2 and 3 here.
Yeah. Andre is sitting on Mystic Sanctuary, Lightning Bolt, Omen of the Sea. I think there's an opt in there and a Scalding Tarn. Oh, Andre on a Mold of 5. And Travis starting on 6 cards. We have Mystic Sanctuary Pass, Hallowed Fountain Pass. No red source yet for Andre. Travis picking up Scalding Tarn. We may see a fetch for basic if he's thinking about Blood Moon here. I think there's Dispel in his hand. Reasonable in a match that was likely to include Counter Wars.
Open of the Sea, kind of an innocuous card that's out of Theros Beyond Death that's seeing some play.
Are you willing to pay 1 extra mana to have Preordain be available and also at instant speed? You know, the Scry's relevant in a really slow deck. It's highly relevant.
Totally. Yeah, it's got that mana sink element.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously you're not filling the yard as fast, but it's adding another permanent to the battlefield if that's ever relevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andre gonna opt at N7. He's also playing Desolate Lighthouse, which is...
Wow, Andre just running out the Snapcaster?
He's decided that he's here to pressure Travis. He's calling... he's calling him out on his sideboard. He's saying, you didn't board. You boarded out your removal.
Andre's also on a Mold of 5, so maybe feeling like if this game goes long, doesn't have a chance. So
though I might want to snap opt, because that just gives you more fixing to try to find those lands.
Right.
So I may have held off just for the opt.
Yeah. Still no red source, too.
Lighthouse and Sanctuary don't play well together, for sure, because it's not an island. I imagine it's a one-off. So I don't know. It's another mana sink. I don't know if you need it with Omen in the deck, but...
Is it
Maybe.
there? Does the deck play Narsets normally? Is it there to like draw step block your opponent?
Loot House is one-sided.
Oh.
And it's not Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I like that one. That's something I want to be doing. But no, I don't believe the deck plays Narset. At least not in the main. Travis. Gonna make the same play. Travis, no options at all. Just you have a 2/1, I have a 2/1. Haha.
I guess it's a really good way to get rid of extra copies of Emrakul, which is, it's such a brick that at least turning it into a real card is a pretty big deal.
I don't need it. Now we're just gonna both keep 4 mana open with 2 Snapcaster Mages, and we're gonna stare at each other. Andre gonna scry off that Omen. Andre picks up an Opt.
There was another Omen. At least there is another Omen available.
Oh no, it's another Omen. Thought it was an Opt.
I mean, Omen's fine here.
Mystic Sanctuary, not gonna bother targeting the Opt. Don't even want it. Man, this is a value-free zone.
Still no red mana available.
Trading 2/1s. I think it's reasonable for Travis to run out his own 2/1 and say, if you want to race me, I may be behind on life, but I have a red source, and I can lightning bolt you. So
for sure.
Travis,
and, Travis does have the 2 cards plus being on the draw step of card advantage. So
Shocks and Esteem Vents passes. Suspicious. Omen of the Sea on end step. Travis not interested in countering that. Preordain. 2 to the bottom, draw a card. Just chew through that library. Still at end step, scry 2. We are digging.
Yeah, just
Omen's really good to set up the breach combo now that I think about it.
yes,
Good
it
God.
is. Yeah, you churn through your library.
Did not think about that, but goodness gracious. 1 up, 1 down. Maybe he's got it.
And this is that delicate point of the game for Travis, whereas before when the Emrakul resolved, Travis had so many lands and enough permanents that it wasn't a big deal. At this point in the game, we're kind of tickling late game, but mid to late game, the Through the Breach Emrakul would be devastating.
Yeah, Travis picked up a Monastery Mentor here, but not interested in tapping down now that Andre has found a red source. Just too dangerous. And I would agree with him. So here's Steam Vents. Found red. It's all about when we want to breach.
Andre is just
I
never
assume
in
he
a
hasn't.
hurry
He
to
doesn't
get
have
the
it.
red sources online.
Here's another turn. Now he can double down. I don't think he has it yet, but lands and goes.
Travis looks like there's a bolt, there's a dispel in hand.
There's a Dispel,
Is there
Bolt,
Cryptic
Cryptic
as well?
Command, and Monastery Mentor.
It's a solid grip.
You're not wrong. Next turn he can Mentor with Cryptic backup. I don't know if he's interested in doing that, because if he mentors and has to use the Cryptic to resolve the Mentor, he's super vulnerable to breach.
Right.
And if he just throws the Mentor into a counterspell, that's slightly pointless. He has the Dispel if he waits 1 more turn, and that may be what you want to do, because he has the island. He can play land. Oh, he's forced now. So
previously we were talking about how
Here's
maybe
Mentor.
Travis shouldn't be the one to move first, but do you feel like with the Mentor in the deck, you are pro moving first at this point?
Yes, and also he's not in a situation in this game where he's overwhelmingly ahead on mana. And that was, I think, what did it for me. Was he was so overwhelmingly ahead on mana, he could just wait, and he was always going to be able to overwhelm Andre in a counter war. That's not the case in this game.
And what are you reading here? Andre fires off the Cryptic counter draw here. If you're Travis, you're probably like, you're thinking that maybe Andre wants you to get in this battle because Through the Breach Emrakul is wrapped up.
Yeah.
Because that's a juicy, Cryptic is such a juicy target to toss out in front of Travis and be like, do you want to counter back, you know?
Well, the thing I think, that I'm interested in what Travis is thinking here is in not firing off the Dispel.
Right.
Because he can hold his own Cryptic for later. But I guess his thought is, if Andre is going to fight me back on my counter for his Breach, I want to have the Dispel to pitch to the Force if he does it on his turn, so that Travis can Cryptic and then Dispel or Cryptic Force or something like that, so he doesn't actually want to be there. Or like he doesn't want to be using the second counter spell.
Yeah. I mean, Travis is kind of following that initial methodology we were seeing from last game, which is, I'm going to win late, right? Like I'm going to make land drops and win late and not get baited by even my own spells, like for example, Mentor.
Yeah. And here we see that patience. And here's through the breach.
So I imagine we have Force of Negation, Cryptic, or Dispel.
Oh, Travis is okay.
So Travis is maybe going to try and tap down the Emrakul with the Cryptic.
Yeah. Upkeep. Because he's got Force and Dispel available.
Yeah.
And the mana for all of them.
So Cryptic.
Draw.
Tap draw. This is going to initiate the counter war.
Here we go. And Travis with that fetch land can top the Cryptic again for next turn.
Of note, Travis would have been able to Force of Negation pitching Dispel had he wanted to at this point, now that we're in Andre's turn.
Bam. And that's it. So Travis wins the counter war here. Dispel takes out Charm. Force takes out Remand. Wow. Look at that. Cryptic. Taps. Emrakul.
And draws.
Yeah, we said tap draw. You declared the modes already. There we go. And then we have that one fetch land available to top the Cryptic later. Yeah, upkeep.
So draw. Yep.
Emrakul is tapped. There we go.
So everything gets shuffled back in. All of that patient scrying.
All that work undone. Travis gonna do exactly that. Get that Sanctuary. Top that Cryptic.
And that's that's kind of our crux of the match, right? Like, seems unlikely that Andre's going to be able to fight back at this point. It was kind of,
that was it.
That was our match.
Yep. All right. Travis gets in with Celestial Colonnade. Time to get it done.
And I think it's a good control player, Travis, recognizing here that, once you've turned the corner, it's time to end the game.
Yep. Don't give Andre a chance to pull something together.
Yep.
One Cryptic command doesn't go that far.
So we are...
Cryptic counterbounce on the Omen. Just going to keep Andre locked.
Bounce locking Andre.
There's another Omen. Travis without a way to draw an extra card every turn is only Crypticing every other turn, but seems reasonable to
Where's
think
Andre's Keranos?
Now that
it just gets bounced.
That is a name I have not heard in a very long time.
Yeah, Keranos hasn't snuck in a bit
to
any of these Blue Moon lists.
Travis picking up another land, Bolt available. Can place Sanctuary and top Cryptic. First, we are fielding your loot house. Everybody get a basic. We'll see. Maybe not another Colonnade activation. Let's see if he wants to push or not. We're going to top Cryptic, Mystic Sanctuary. That business.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point that it gets very tough. Andre is deciding whether we're going to respond to the Mystic Sanctuary putting Cryptic on top.
Could we have a surgical extraction? What are we thinking here? We didn't see one in the sideboard.
I wouldn't have.
So he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
He's thinking about if this is his moment.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to cleek.
And probably going to see the
Clicky-dicky.
bolt. Yep.
All right. Bolt the cleek with the trigger on the stack. Trigger finds land. Leaving that in hand. Fire up Colonnade.
So coming in with Colonnade.
Andre's got a couple turns. Scry. Hard to answer Colonnade.
Again, it seems so unlikely Andre's going to be able to make the 2-card combo work, but this is a start. I mean, gonna have to deal with Cryptic next turn, and I don't think Andre gets back into this game without actually getting through the Breach Emrakul.
He's found
That
Breach.
is both.
No, that's
both.
Cryptic. That's
It
Breach
is?
Cryptic, I think.
Oh, I think
That's
you're right.
Cryptic.
Yeah.
So
You're
he
right.
can tap the Colonnade here, give himself another turn.
But Travis does have the Travis has Cryptic as well, so
That's true, and he has the mana to fire up Colonnade and also Cryptic.
oh, it's so tough because yeah, Andre's gonna be forced to move first next turn.
Mm-hmm.
With the Cryptic, but knows Travis has the Cryptic in hand, so it's that rock and a hard place thing. It just doesn't seem like maybe you just fire off the Omen here. I don't know what exactly we're looking for.
But he knows Breach is on top, which makes this pretty poor.
Yeah.
This is not where you want to be sacking that Omen. But we do get to get rid of one card we don't want.
I mean, if it's not a counter spell, then Andre's just dead on board, right? You would have
Think
had
so.
to have.
Well, he is. Yeah, he knows that Cryptic or Travis can Cryptic is Cryptic, so he can't
Right.
survive the Colonnade.
Right. So you need to be searching for another counter spell to make sure your Cryptic resolves.
Mm-hmm.
Or some way to deal with Colonnade, but I don't think this deck is playing anything that.
I like that idea. The greatest bluff, the empty Breach. Because you fire off Breach, Travis Cryptics, you Cryptic, and then tap or bounce the Colonnade.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious.
It
I don't think
does
it
keep you in the game a little longer.
Not a long-term solution,
Yeah.
but it is a solution. And worth noting, you guys, this one's running long, but when we finish this match, we are going to be booking it out of here so the shop can close.
Yep. Yeah, running to time on the last round of the day. Always a fun experience to have, but it's not a.
Also, all right, let's see what happens here. Fire up Colonnade. Here's the Cryptic. Travis gonna know back to you.
All right.
All right, and that's that. So that is Modern Mondays for you. Our very own Travis Cooper gonna take it down 4-0 with Jeskai control.
Oh, he's just so happy. He's
so
just
happy.
such a happy Jeskai player.
Promo pack.
Yeah, let's see.
I got a foil Hallowed Fountain in my last one. Is that a Fae of Wishes?
Okay, a
And a
thrill
Temple of Enlightenment.
All right, well, it's blue-white. It's Travis's colors.
Blue-white,
It's in
there
the
you go.
Jeskai colors.
All right. There's
Okay.
time and round, and they just barely made it. It was great hanging out with you guys. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back next week with more Modern Magic the Gathering here at Portland Paper. One last time, I'm Richard Colley.
I'm Ian Lunger.
And, yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Night.